Alright, so I'm back home now from doing all my little running around, and I decided to throw in some makeup and also put in my little tooth flipper thing. So we'll just jump into the haulage part here. So I'll start off with the thrift store, and like I showed in the car, I found several goodie bags or little grab bags of stuff, though two of them really aren't grab bags. They're just individual items that were with the little grab bags. But anyway, so we'll just jump right in with this, and off the bat I see this, which this is a Metropolis, I believe it says fringe underneath it, bead kit, peyote bead kit for like to do a bracelet, but it's by artbeads.com, which I was a little shocked when I saw this because Art Beads is where I order like my good quality beads. Like every time I want to get like Swarovskis or Toho beads, that's where I go, or Delicas. Like pretty much all my Toho beads and Delicas have come from Art Beads. And then like my Nymo, or is it Nemo? I thought it was pronounced Nymo, but I've seen people pronounce it Nemo. But the thread that you use for like bead weaving, I get through Art Beads. And like a lot of my beading needles, the ones that are really like Art Beads, and again most of my Swarovskis, they have like the best price for Swarovskis that I found with the way I order them. Unless you're doing like bulk buying, which I think Fire Mountain Gems is probably the best one to really go through if you're buying a whole bunch of bulk beads. But with the way I buy them, Art Beads is my choice. But anywho, it's this little kit to make this, again, peyote style beaded bracelet. I don't think it has everything in it, but it's one of these little like it's like a designer kit. Like it's designed by Cynthia Kimura. I know that they put together these little kits and sell them, and I could be wrong, I haven't even looked at it, but it has these little mixes of beads, and I'm kind of curious if they're Toho beads. Probably not, but I was just wondering, because like I said, if I want good quality beads, Art Beads is usually where I order from, which this is one of the tubes. It's just a triangular tube. But it says Metropolis, which makes me think of Illinois. Metropolis is where they have, was it Harris? I was about to say Harris, but Harris Casino. And anyway, designer seed bead blend, shaken not stirred. Is that going to focus on it where it says shaken not stirred? Not that it really matters or anything, but there's some of the beads in it. Look at my face and see if it'll focus. Like if I put it up like that, I think it's focusing now. Anywho, okay, so there's 3 of these little tubes in the kit, and it was priced $3.99, but like this week was the half price color is orange, so I got it for $2 really. And at Southern Thrift, and I think Goodwill does this, I think all the thrift stores do this now, whatever color tag it is for the week, that's the half price. Like all those tags, all those items with that color tag will be half price. And when I worked there, it was like on a 4-week rotation, so all the stuff that has the orange tag would have come in like 4 weeks ago, and so now they're clearancing it out. Anywho, and then next week's items will get an orange ticket. And just FYI, good times. It just says 3 tubes of Metropolis designer bead blend, size 8. Ooh, okay, 21 6mm Swarovski bicone beads, which there's a few other things in this kit. So it has this beetle on. This isn't in there, I don't think. I don't see it mixed in. So, but these were beetle on hard beading needles, 12 pieces, size number 10. I think that's the size I'd use anyway, but they're not in there, so that's not really relevant. But it says 6mm Swarovski bicones, so I think these would have to be the bicones. So yes. I love Swarovski beads, like they are my jam. All right, so score. And then a package of Rhizo beads, which I believe are these things right here. And in all honesty, like when I first got this, I was thinking, oh, I will make that. But then I got to thinking, I'm like, I probably won't. Let's see if it, I think it's focusing there. I probably won't make this at all. It looks kind of cool, but I'm just not really vibing with the color scheme. Like, I'll probably use these in a different way. And then the two little button clasps right here, which, so that still looks pretty blurry. Anywho, yeah, 2 buttons, beading thread, and a needle. So basically, I did not get the beading thread or needle, but that's cool because I got this stuff anyway. But and I don't really plan on doing this, but again, this is what it looked like. So and once more, I was just shocked that I found something art beads. I mean, it's not often you go in a place here and see art beads. So that was a super score for me. And then I also found this Luren bead tray, which I've never had bead trayed, and I've always kind of wanted one. I think this one's more so just to lay out the beads, just to sort them out. I really want one where you can like do, like it has the slots in it to do like a necklace or a bracelet or something, but I've just been too cheap. But this one came from Hobby Lobby. It was originally like $3 from Hobby Lobby. They had it priced at $1.59, so I got a half price, which would be like 80 cents or something. So not bad at all. And it's funny that this was from Hobby Lobby, because at that point I'd already figured, well, I might as well just go on to Hobby Lobby anyway to see if they have the stuff I was looking for, which they didn't. We'll get into that in a moment. So hey, and these really caught my eye. Like, this is one of the grab bags that they do. So this one right here, it's just like a random odds and ends of like trims and sewing supplies, which it kind of got my attention because it had these little crochet hooks in there. I love little crochet hooks, even though it's such a pain in the derriere to do like that little tiny crochet. I'm not much of a crocheter anyway, but every now and then I'll do it, and it's handy to have these for various reasons. Like if you need to like pull a thread or something, it's just handy. Or like if you wanted to do like some bead crochet work. And I also had one of these little knitting, I don't know, I've heard them called knitting Nellies. I have the big set of them, Nifty Knitters is what those are called. I have a few smaller ones that I've gotten in craft kits over the years, but I thought that was kind of fun to have one of those. And what, I don't even know what else is in here. I'm just going to open it up. We're just going to discover this together. This might be really boring for some people, but it's my channel. And this one was $1.99, so it's like for $2, yes please. So it has this cone of thread. I can always use thread, okay? I use thread in my bead embroidery when I do little hand stitching. And then of course the spools of thread, again, useful, especially like for a sewing machine. That one's a really thick, like it's, you can tell that this stuff is vintage. It smells like it, it looks like it. This is just some kind of thicker, I guess it's like bias tape trim, I don't know. I honestly don't know what this stuff is in most cases. Oh, this is a throwback. Here's some elastic with the old school Walmart price tag on it. That's remember those days. And then here's the little knitting Nelly. What does it say? Say something like ST. Oh, Studio 12. Flower loom. Oh, so it's the flower loom. So I guess it's like one of those things where you like wrap it and then you can like, I don't know, I'm thinking like a pom-pom maker is what I'm thinking of. I'm sure there's a way. I guess you use like ribbon or something. I've had something in the past that was like a ribbon loopy thing to do like bows, but I'm gonna have to look into this. I thought it was a knitting Nelly. The little old school hook and eyes, like the metal ones. Those are always fun and useful. Again, is it focusing? Oh, these are the old school needles. Like, that come in a little package like this. There's just like one in there, but still, that's a pretty big eye on that needle. Rick Rack trim. Bunch of Rick Rack trim. Oh, isn't this like a, what do they call this? This is, was it pin lace or something like that? Is that what, like a pin lace loop? I've never had one of these, but that's pretty cool. And somebody had been working on it in the past. Yeah, that's what I love about these little grab bags that are just like filled with stuff. You never know what's in them. More Rick Rack trim. Yes, lace. Okay, I'm a sucker for lace trim. I love lace trim of all types. There's this big long piece of lace trim. Hi, how are ya? I love it. Oh gosh, I've already got quite a bit of time on this video. More Rick Rack. There's a ton. I'm not really a fan of Rick Rack, but I don't know. I know a lot of people use it in like junk journaling and shabby chic crafts. More Rick Rack. There's some of this, was it like a, that's not eyelet trim, is it? Is that what that is? Anyways, it's like silver tone eyelet trim. Oh gosh. Lots more Rick Rack. Oh, here's some little, I guess this is like, I want to say that this is like eyelet lace. You know, just old school satin lace that has little eyelets on the edges. Oh dear. Ooh, I think these are knitting, why am I going brain dead? Stitch markers. Gosh. Yes. Oh, thank goodness. I use these all the time when I knit. Score. Except for the ones I have are just all the same size. Some more needles. Always can use needles. I have a ton of them, but they're always useful when it comes to sewing and crafting. More Rick Rack. Back when Rick Rack was like 48 cents. Yeah, and then crochet hooks are down in there. I love this. That's a pretty good size crochet hook. And then the little bitty ones. Little bitty crochet hooks. Love them. Yeah, there's some more like ribbon, and this is basically what's left in the bag. So, anytime I find something like this, which I rarely do when I go thrifting nowadays, anytime I find something like that, I love this kind of stuff. Just love it. Like, it reminds me of my grandmother's and like all the relatives from my past who've passed on. They always had stuff like this sitting around in boxes. So anytime I can get my hands on it, I do. I do. And then, oh my gosh, we're already at 14 minutes. And then this is the last little goodie bag of stuff I got from there. And this one was also $1.99. And this one has acrylic paints in it. So they could be old and dry up for all I know. They could be just bad quality. But there's some in there that caught my eye. And I was like, oh, for $2, that's definitely worth it. Yes, please, yes. So if I can get this one open. So just have to tear into it. Just tear into it, buddy. The other one came open so much easier. So in this one, it has like these stirring sticks, just oversized popsicle sticks. I'm sure I can find something to do with these, like fairy garden crafts. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then it has this little brush in there. Is this like a stippling brush? Purple acrylic stand-up brush. Distributed by Joyce Cells Incorporated, New York City, New York, blah, 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 made in Korea. So whatever it is, it's never been opened. But I think it's just like one of those little stippling brushes. Okay. And then it's this little used paintbrush. I mean, hey. Interesting. It's by Plaid brand. Okay, so, and then it has 2, 4, 6, 7 acrylic paints. One of these, or 2 of them still have silks on them. Like this one right here is just like the apple barrel gloss paints. And I think these are like 50 cents at Walmart, but if they're all good for, you know, $2, hey. But spring green, I have useful colors, useful in all kinds of projects. Deep forest green, this one's clearly been used. Accent, wasn't this like an old Walmart paint? I could be wrong about that, or like I feel like I've seen this somewhere before, this brand somewhere, like back in the well, not early 90s but 90s. A dusty mauve up barrel paint. See, that one, it still sounds good. This one sounds a little more liquidy, but not like super liquidy. It doesn't sound like it's completely separated. This one sounds pretty good too. You know, sometimes they separate where it's super watery and then it's just a big clump, and then you're like, I don't know if there's any way to save that. And here's this is the gold, the extreme glitter. I know these are more expensive. I have one of these that's where it's I think it's just iridescent. So I was kind of excited about this one. It definitely sounds good. And then autumn leaves. It's like a orange, like a reddish orange color. This one sounds a little more liquidy, but I think it's alright. It's still sealed as well, and it's folk art. It's outdoor, so I guess it can hold up to the weather. And then that glittery one, that extreme glitter, is also folk art, extreme glitter, blah blah blah. This one, Harvest Gold, Anita's. Oh my god. Apparently I have my own line of paint. Yard and Garden Durable Outdoor Paint. Concrete, wood, metal, terracotta, stucco, and stone. And it's from Hobby Lobby. It was 99 cents at Hobby Lobby. That one sounds thicker. Anita's. I did not even see that. That's perfect. That is perfect right there. Okay, and then we have Accent Crown Jewels Double Pigmented Acrylic Metallic Paint in Imperial Antique Gold. This one sounds really, well, it sounds kind of liquidy. It sounded really liquidy when I first shook it. It sounds like maybe like it's about that full. But I hope that really is like a super metallic color, especially if it says it's double pigmented. Alright, and then finally, just basic white acrylic indoor outdoor gloss apple barrel paint that is still sealed. That one sounds really liquidy. Okay, I think it's mixing together because it doesn't sound as liquidy now. It's, yeah, I can tell it's getting thicker. Alright, which I need as much white paint as I can get, so heck yeah. Alright, so that is my little thrift haul. Now let's go on to the Hobby Lobby portion of this, and this is going to be a stupidly long video. Go figure. Alright, so I don't know, I probably said it like 30 times already, but I went to Hobby Lobby to look for dye, like fabric dye. More specifically, RIT dye and or the Jacquard Dynamite Flow dye, or Dynaflow dyes, because they sell like a set of them where you get like 8 or 9 colors, and I think it's like $15. My intention was to get the Dynaflows, use that coupon, that 40% off coupon, and be like, hey, yes, good deal, good bargain, woo. But they definitely didn't have those, and it took me forever to find. I thought about this while I was looking around. Like, I looked all around. I was even checking end caps because, okay, first off, I went towards the aisle that has like the t-shirt stuff, the tie-dye stuff. They were almost wiped out of tie. Like, they didn't have hardly anything tie-dye related, which I guess because that's like been a thing lately, is tie-dyeing. I've noticed there's been a huge resurgence of it since the quarantine stuff. But then I just decided to look like up and down all the different aisles just to make sure, especially like for the Dynaflow stuff. Like, I figured that could be in a few different places, so I looked all around, went to my usual aisles, the bead stuff, where they have like the polymer clay. I almost got a pack of polymer clay, like a big pack. I have so much old, and I mean like 15-year-old polymer clay that I haven't used that's hardened up, but I found out that I can work with it. Like, I knew that you could work with old clay and like revive it, but apparently when it's this old you can still work with it and revive it. It just takes a lot more. So I was contemplating getting like a big pack, a variety pack, just to have like fresh polymer clay that I can go ahead and play with, because I want to play with polymer clay. But I did not get that. Instead, what I ended up settling on like was, oh yeah, and I was looking all around. Go back to the story. I was looking all around for the RIT dye. Then I was thinking like it must be over in the fabric section, which I waited till the end to go there, because I was like, you know, I'll check the end caps as I walk around. But went over to the fabric section, found where the RIT dye was, and they're out of every color I wanted. They only had maybe like 4 colors out of like a variety of like 20 spots that they had for different colors. So I guess again the tie-dye thing just has that all sold out, and with the way things are right now in the world, they probably can't get enough stock in to keep up with the demand. So what I did get, they had the beads. They almost always, or at least I think every other week, they have like their variety of beads on sale for like 50% off. So I got a variety of these little tiny seed beads. Like, these are like my go-to. Every time they're on sale and I go to Hobby Lobby, I just stock up on a bunch of them. Like, I probably have, I know I have 2 or 3 containers of this exact colorway, which this one is the metallic turquoise mix. Or it just says metallic turk, so whatever. But yeah, and then I got the violet multi-mix, which I like these because they have the metallic beads in them, if you can see that. I don't know if it wants focus, you can see the reflection, whatever. I got this little clear, these little, well, it says hexagon glass beads, crystal rainbow, basically the AB colorway. These are useful with all kinds of, and my whole thing with these primarily bead embroidery. I do other things with seed beads, like other jewelry projects with seed beads, but primarily bead embroidery is what I have in mind when I buy these. And then I got, I don't think I've had this mix before, it's just called the slate mix. Again, there's some metallics in there, which this actually goes really good, or kind of, well, not really good, but it kind of pairs well with the little art beads kit that I bought from the thrift store. And then I know I have several of these, this purple berry mix, which these all, let's see if I can get it to focus. It still looks really blurry. Well, anyway, so they're all like, these packages all say $3.99, 50% off. I wasn't paying attention and my camera said, you've talked long enough, it's time to cut you off. So here I am going to talk even more. But anyway, so these all have the retail price of $3.99 on them. Here's the thing with Hobby Lobby, which at first, when I was first looking at them, I noticed like all these, oh, I got hair all over me. All of these that I came across were saying $4.99. I was like, wait, that half price, that's $2.50. Like, wait, didn't I used to pay $2 for all these when they were like, that was their half price brand, so they would have been $3.99. I'm like, shoot, Hobby Lobby's going up in price. And so like I was grabbing these, and then I got to thinking, hold up, let me just push all of them aside. And I was looking at the ones at the very back, like behind all the different ones, all the different colorways, and all the ones at the very back of each colorway still had the old price of $3.99. I'm just saying, they were still there, so I grabbed them. And I think that happened once before where I was looking at some of these and I was like, wait a minute, that's more than I remember them. And I was like looking back behind and I found some that were like the old price. So if you go to Hobby Lobby, watch out for that, okay? Just keep that in mind and watch out for that. And now my battery is saying shut up. So, un momento. Okay, so this battery right here was just charged up just a couple of nights ago, so it better hold up, which I'm near the end of this video anyway, but we're going to see how much longer it's going to last throughout these videos, and it looks like it keeps getting really blurred. Okay, camera, chill. But anyway, so one final item. What the heck? Anyway, so one final item here this is what I ended up using my little 40% off coupon, because I'm like, if I'm coming all the way out here, spending all this time here, I better find me something. So like I said, I was thinking about getting the polymer clay, but ultimately decided not to. There's a couple other things I was contemplating getting, but I was like, do I really need this? Like, is this really, I mean, is this me just buying it for the sake of buying it, or is it something that I could really use? Like, I had alternatives to that stuff. So anyway, what I settled on was something that I really been wanting for a long time, and never, like, every time I have the opportunity to get it, I just don't think about getting it. So since I didn't have anything that I could really designate my 40% off coupon for that was smart logically, I was like, oh hey, now that I'm thinking about it, I better get this. And this is this, just like the nylon tipped pliers. These are the small tipped pliers, but these are like, I need these. Okay, so I don't really venture into wire working because I have so many issues with manipulating the wire. I have a really bad issue of like kinking up the wire or getting it like marled up with my pliers, because I have the pliers that have like the little grippy things, like the little teeth to them, and so that mars up the wire. And so I don't really like using my pliers to try to flatten out the wire for that reason. Like, I mainly use my needle nose pliers because they're rounded and they won't, you know, again, mar up the wire. So I feel like these are perfect. And also, like, if you're doing little spirals, these are good to like grab and to kind of like help turn the wire without it getting scraped up and all that jazz. So these were $13.99, and I think with the 40% off, well, I can tell you with the 40% off, they were $8.39. So, and like all 5 of those beads, because they were $1.99 each, $9.95 and then $8.39, and so after tax and everything, it was $20.04. But I had a really old gift card since Hobby Lobby stopped selling what I used to use my gift card. Like, okay, years ago my dad gave me a gift card for Christmas to get specific supplies from Hobby Lobby, because they were like the only place that carried this stuff, and which basically it was that FuseWorks microwave kiln. Like, they were the only retail store that had like the glass kiln stuff, the microwave kiln glass, whatever. So he gave me a coupon, gave me a gift card specifically, and so I almost always would buy that stuff with it, but now they don't carry that in store anymore. So I'm like, I had this gift card that was just sitting there that needed to be spent, and out of pocket I paid 55 cents for everything, so that was pretty good. And I'm circulating my coins now, so win-win for everybody. Alright, so that's gonna wrap up this really ridiculously long video. Anywho, I don't know, what you're watching now may be separate from what I had filmed earlier, which earlier I filmed like while I was out and about, like basically just in my car. That's what I filmed, but I was like driving at one point or a couple of points, or I guess the bulk of the video would be me driving in the car more than anything. Anywho, so that wraps up this video. I'm getting ready to do a Dollar Tree haul. That was the other place I stopped at coming home, was Dollar Tree. So I'm going to do a separate video. So if you're interested in that one will be up soon. Or now, whatever. But anywho, so thank you for watching, and I hope everybody is doing well. So I'll see y'all in my next video.